Sloopies, and welcome to something very special, because today we're trying out something new, different, weird, and hopefully slightly unhinged. We are going to enter the world of Baldur's Gate 3. For me, it's the first time, and today we're going to try and make it something more familiar. That's right, we are doing Baldur's Gate 3, but it's A Court of Thorns and Roses. I am going to take this book series and I'm going to do my very, very best to try and ACOTAR up the Baldur's Gate 3 landscape as much as I can. Hopefully with some help from you along the way. Now, I've had this idea swirling around in my head for about a year and I've never got around to doing it because there was always something stopping me. My camera wasn't good enough and I thought my PC wasn't good enough. And honestly, I should have just done this a year ago because it's still probably the best idea I've had today. I love fantasy romance and I love gaming, and I want to put the two of them together and create something very special. Now, I am a massive, massive lurker on our Romantasycirclejerkers, and I hope you are too, because that is the kind of unhinged chaos that we are looking to bring to this playthrough. I've never played Baldur's Gate 3 before, so already I don't know what I'm getting myself into. All I know is that I'm going to do my best to embody our favourite Archeron sister, or maybe our third favourite Archeron sister, depending on who you are. A quick disclaimer before we begin. If you have not read this book series and you want to read this book series and you are someone who doesn't enjoy spoilers, then stop now, turn back, because there is danger ahead. There will absolutely be spoilers in this playthrough for these books. There is also a chance that you might get spoilers for Crescent City, just depending on what we do, where we go, and how excitable I am that day. So just be aware, if you haven't read them and you don't want them spoiled, then go now, quickly read them and come back again and catch up. So, are you ready? Because we're about to enter our very own world of A Court of Smut and Wingspan. Let's go. Okay, so for those of you that haven't yet surrendered your souls to Sarah J. Maas, or if you have but you want a super quick breakdown before we ruin the Holy Trilogy, then stick around, because this is ACOTAR in 4 minutes or less. Okay, so book 1, A Court of Thorns and Roses. Say hello to Faerun Archeron. She's malnourished, living in poverty with her very useless father and 2 elder sisters, Nesta and Elaine. She goes out hunting in the forest because how else will the Archeron fam make it through winter? She pops a wolf in the eye. Hooray, we've got meat for the winter. Job's a good one. Only, actually, no, Job's not a good one. That's not a wolf. It was secretly a fae that can turn into a wolf, and our little Fifi is now a murderer. As punishment for killing his friend, sexy blonde bombshell Tamlin takes Faerun and drags her back to his court, which is Spring Court, that he is High Lord of, and tells her that she has to stay there forever. Think Beauty and the Beast, but like actually Beauty and the Beast. Like it's just Beauty and the Beast, but with masquerade masks and lots of growling. Our little Fifi starts to fall for Tamlin, and she becomes bestie with his bestie Lucien Van Sarah, who, by the way, is actually from Autumn Court, but he doesn't go there anymore.
She doesn't even go here.
Do you even go to this school?
But then, plot twist, big bad villain and sexiest lady in all of Prythian, Amarantha, comes. She steals Tam Tam, steals Lucien, steals all of Spring Court, and takes them to her lair under the mountain. Not that kind of under the mountain. Well, so Big A has all of these fae trapped under the mountain. Fifi follows to save her one true love. She has to do some riddles, some running. She dies briefly, but then she's resurrected by all of the High Lords of Prythian, and she saves the day. Huzzah! The end. Not yet.
Would you like to know more?
Book 2, A Court of Mist and Fury. So, as it turns out, living with the very overprotective and possessive beast from Beauty and the Beast, and also having daily nightmares about having your neck snapped, isn't really sunshine and rainbows, and is a major source of PTSD. Shocker, I know. Enter Rhysand, aka Reese's Pieces, High Lord of the Night Court and 500 times winner of Prythian's Sexiest Male Award. Move over, Jonathan Bailey. Ugh, you know, it really hurt me to say that, and I don't mean it. We love you, Jonathan. He saves Faerun Darling from her toxic relationship. He whisks her away to Velaris, the city of starlight. Ooh, ah. And he teaches her how to read. We find out that they are mates, which is Fae for soulmates, or British and Australian for pal. You right, mate? Faerun joins the inner circle made up of Rhys's best friends and also just, again, Prythian's sexiest people. They all start to prepare for war, I know, against the King of Hybern, who was Amaranth's boss before she kicked the bucket. And Fifi spends a lot of her time painting some absolute masterpieces. Yes, she's a regular Van Gogh. Would you like to know more? Okay, Book 3, A Court of Wings and Ruin. War is upon us. And Faerun decides to return to Spring Court, where she plays double agent and spies on her ex because he's allied himself with Hybern. Bad Tamlin, naughty Tamlin, but we will forgive you. Faerun manages to single-handedly take down the Spring Court from within. Absolute girl boss. They unite most of the High Lords against Hybern and they go to war. There's lots of magic, there's a massive battle, and there's lots of discussions about Wingspan. In the end, Hybern is defeated, a new treaty is created between the human and the Fae, and we are left with a very fragile peace, a lot of trauma, and a found family we would die for. And massive fairy Okay, so that's the very, very bare bones of the story to give you a morsel of context, because we are about to take all of that beauty, that emotion, that lore, and we are going to make some absolutely terrible decisions with it. Good luck, Faerun. God, I have no idea how to play this game. Jesus, here I am like, oh, I'm going to do a whole ACOTAR playthrough and I'm like, is it even doable? Is this going to work at all? I don't know. So I've also found a workaround, apparently, because I thought initially I could make 4 characters myself, but apparently I can't. You need to be in multiplayer to have 4 characters. So I'm only meant to be able to have 1, but there is a workaround apparently where I can have 2, which I think is super exciting and we should absolutely do that. If none of this works, by the way, and I do everything wrong and you're like, these characters are garbage, we can start again. That is fine. I want you to love it as much as I do. So, okay, new game, balanced. I might have figured it out. Long ass nails. Ay, 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 ay. I wonder if this is a baby Middengard worm. Maybe. Nope, that's gross. Didn't like any of that. Oh, press on another controller to start a split screen game. Yes. Please join me. Who are you? Okay. Oh, I can do it. Right. So here's my thinking. Okay. The first one, we are going to make Miss Faerun Archeron. Mrs. 1+1 is me and Tamlin. Yes, because how can we not? She is the one, the only It's her story, right? And another thing I wanted to do is I kind of wanted to keep it maybe like early books instead of like, because obviously it's a massive journey through this world, right? And if we do Faerun from the 5th book versus Faerun from the 1st book, they're very different people. So I want to keep it like first 3 books. Yeah. I think we all agree that they're the better ones. Yes. So I think that's what we should do. Character 1, Faerun Archeron. 19-year-old human Faerun came from very humble beginnings. Living in poverty with her dad and 2 elder sisters, Nesta and Elaine, our little Fifi has been the sole provider for the Archeron fam since she was about 11. She's basically Katniss Everdeen, but more malnourished and could probably be knocked over by a light breeze. Stolen in the night by a high fae lord, she's whisked away to the magical land of Prythian and soon becomes embroiled in high fae court politics. She falls in love with blonde bombshell Tamlin, High Lord of Spring Court, and ends up catching the eye of big bad villain Amarantha, who forces our dear little Fifi to compete in 3 trials to save Tamlin, Spring Court, and all of Prythian at large. Sexy High Lord of the Night Court Rhysand helps Faerun Darling through her trials, where she runs fights and engages in general badassery, and Faerun Darling eventually saves the day right before Amarantha snaps her neck. The end. Just kidding. Our very special High Lords all give a drop of their magic, resurrecting our girl, and she returns as a newly created and super attractive high fae female. And that is the beginning of Faerun's story, and the Faerun that we're creating for our very own Court of Smut and Wingspan. Okay, enjoy. I just want to read you, I'm on the wiki, I just want to, I want to read you. Full name Faerun Archeron, also known as Faerun Cursebreaker, Faerun Darling, Faerun Cauldron Blessed, Defender of the Rainbow, Sweet-Tongued Liar, Lady of the Many Faces, Princess of Carrion, Queen, Saviour of Prythian, Stars Eternal, The Huntress, Goddess of Old, Lady Faerun, Little Wolf, Human Whore. Guess who called her that? Human Garbage and Tamlin's Pet. All the aliases of Faerun. Okay, so, and also, like, should we do Close to Starvation Faerun? Hunter Faerun who can't read for shit? Or should we do Spring Court Faerun? I don't know, man. I'm too excited. Faerun is slender with pale skin, golden brown hair, and slightly up-tilted blue-grey eyes. Before arriving to the Spring Court, Faerun ate very little due to her family's poverty, rendering her extremely thin. However, once settled into Spring Court, she filled out to a healthy weight. After her time in Spring Court, her skin tanned and freckles dust her face. She has a pert, pretty, and straight nose, sharp cheekbones, and a wide, full mouth. And then in brackets, her father's mouth. Excellent. She's described as beautiful. Even as a human, Lucien and Tamlin are shocked by how nicely she cleans up. Okay. So I think we go for that Faerun, right? I also don't want her to have, like, Instagram face. So it's the second character that you're going to love because I think you're going to hate it. I think you're going to hate my choice, but it's my choice. Elf, Tiefling. She definitely doesn't. Oh, do you know what we could do? We could do Crowns of Nyaxia, right? And we could do, oh, what's he called? What's he called, man? Atreus, yeah? The blood, I've already forgotten. The long white hair and the horns from Crowns of Nyaxia, yeah? We could do that. So, should we do a human Faerun from before times, you know? Before the thing with the thing and the, you know what I mean? I think I'm gonna do a human Faerun. Like I said, right, if this is all wrong and you hate me and you want to shout at me, we can change it. We can change it. Okay, so she's gonna be a human. Rogue, sorcerer, warlock, wizard. I don't know if this is the right choice, honestly. Bard. Oh my goodness, could you imagine? She'd be like that terrible the woman that sings in Skyrim.
With a voice-wielding power of the ancient Nord art.
I've not even played Skyrim, but my friend does, and she loves that woman that sings really badly. I want someone with, like, because it says simple, it could be rogue, because simple weapon proficiency and hand crossbow proficiency. I would like someone who's good with a bow and arrow, but I don't know if that would Like, do we just make her a basic bitch? She kind of is, right? Ranger. She's not a paladin. Not a monk. Nah, I think I was correct the first time with rogue. Or ranger, what did I say? I don't know, man. Martial with simple weapon proficiency. Because I think the crossbow thing's important because she's definitely good with the bow and arrow. So I think we should have that. Charlatan. Okay, what is this? Background. She is not an expert in manipulation. She's not. She's not an entertainer. Is she balls an entertainer? You're a champion of the common people, challenging tyrants and monsters to protect the helpless. Saving innocents in imminent danger will make your legend grow. I mean, she could be. She well could be. You grew up in the wilds, learning to survive far from the comforts of civilization. Surviving unusual hazards of the wild will enhance your prowess and understanding. She's... There's one thing I know about our girl Faerun Archeron. She's not well read. She's absolutely not well read. She's not a soldier. Ooh, after surviving a poor and bleak childhood, you know how to make the most out of very little. Using your street smarts bolsters your spirit for the journey ahead. The only thing is, though, is technically yes, but she's not... She's just not, though, is she? Is she? You know? Do you think she has street smarts? I suppose in the context of where she grew up, she does, but... Oh, goodness, it could be an urchin. I want to go urchin, outlander, or folk hero. Because if we could still do human Faerun, but after she's been at Spring for a while, right? Once she started to come into her own, that's the Faerun we're going for. So... potentially the better Faerun. Look, she's a basic bitch. I'm gonna make her a folk hero because I think she wants to save everybody, right? She'll always save everybody. Abilities. So is this just recommended for what I've already told them? She does have a lot of dexterity, yeah. Yeah, I don't think she has a lot of charisma. She has a lot of watery bowels. Does that count? Senses and intuition. Yeah, I mean, we've got to be fair, right? I'm dogging on her a lot, but she's intelligent. She just can't read. Doesn't necessarily mean that she's not intelligent because she was never taught how to read. Do you know what I mean? I think her constitution would be high as balls. They've probably had to eat some rotten meat in that withering cottage. I'm just going to leave this as what it is. Unless, is there anything that we want to take down? Like, she's not strong. Oh, but she's kind of strong. I'm right, okay, I'm leaving it. Shut up. She... acrobatics, yeah, fair enough. She can probably climb trees and stuff. I've done something. Can I change sleight of hand? Because I just don't... Oh, technically she does. She goes into the weaver's cottage though, doesn't she? Though I would say she wasn't very sneaky by the end of it. Stealth is good. I'm gonna... Oh, I can't. Oh. What have I done? Okay, so I have one proficiency. Okay, that I need to... I'm going to give her survival, I think. I'm going to give her survival. I can't give her survival. Why not? Right. I can do performance, which no. She's not intimidating. Perception. Observe your environment. Spot hidden details. I might do perception. Read people in situation. Detect lies. Absolutely not. Recognize plants and animals and hug trees. Maybe, I think either nature. I'm going to do perception. Because I think when she's out in the wilderness, she can track things. Like, she's a good tracker, right? Skills. So I have... So sleight of hand. Stealth. Oh, I just don't know anymore. Okay. Oh my goodness. Double your proficiency bonus for any checks you make with skills you have expertise in. And it's given me sleight of hand and stealth. I'm going to do stealth, and I think instead of sleight of hand, I'm going to do animal handling. Do you know why it is? It's just because I'm seeing her water wolves, and I'm just like, yeah. Right. It's just going to take ages.
Where to next?
Oh, yeah, that sounds like Faerun.
What was that?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Health.
Be wary. This place...
It's opened.
More of those wretched things.
There's magic keeping this chest sealed.
Where to next?
What was that?
That's probably very Faerun. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. What did I say? She's got a very pretty and pert nose. That's what I got from that. I think I did get a picture up for me to use as inspo. She's just very, like I said, I don't want her to have Instagram face, and I kind of feel like she's gonna have to because it's just who they are. And she's pale, right? She's pale with freckles. This is... And then once she gets out in the sun, she starts to not be as... But this Faerun, if she's human Faerun, she's probably going to be quite pale, right? She's never seen the sun in her life. Okay. Can I change specific features on the face? She's not mature even in the slightest, is she? Oh, she has freckles. She does have freckles. Where are you, freckles, hon? A light dusting of freckles, which is apparently the most attractive amount of freckles. Vitiligo. She does not have vitiligo. She is not scarred. I'm sorry, what? What does vulva B mean? What are you talking about? No, but how can I see it though? No, show me though. How do I know what this looks like? Does it matter? I don't think we've... I might have to blur this out. I'm a bit confused because I'm not... I didn't think I would have to do this. Okay. Oh, like... Jesus Christ. I don't know. What makes it... Oh, God. Right, okay. I've picked her a vulva, I guess. Okay. Wow. Jesus. Nobody ever told me that was a thing. What color eyes has she got? Blue. Okay. Yeah. Did it say blue-gray? Yeah, well, they seem very light. Those ones, yeah. Oh, she does have the... I don't know if we're going to be able to do... Can I do her hair? It hasn't given me an option yet. She doesn't have any face tattoos. Wait, can I... No, they're all face tattoos. Oh, one of them was mudworms, though. Piercings, no. Oh, eye makeup. Oh, Faerun, what would you like? I think we do something very basic for human Faerun, right? She's not High Lady of the Night Court just yet. Look at that one. Should we make her look sickly? I don't know. What are we doing here? We're making it all metallic-y. Fine. We're now just just because it looks nice. We're just doing what looks nice. Oh, lip tint. I don't feel like anything's changing. Yeah, because there's no... There we go. There we go. She has her father's mouth. So look for a man's mouth. I actually don't really like any of these at all. I'm going to turn the tint back down. I think this looks like her father's mouth. Doesn't it? No, I don't want it to be metallic or glossy. Right, Faerun. What does she have in the first book? Does she have a braid, do we think? And it says golden brown, right? Which really confuses me because golden brown is like, hang on. Like I've seen so many artworks of Feyre. Like, can you see these? Because like some of them are like way more gingery. But I might go for that. Like that. Can you see that? That. Is there gold brown? I quite like the idea of like the darker. These are gingers. I might try that. Wait. And then Jesus. Oh. Plucky Fable. That's quite cute. Why are we... There we go. I think that's cute. And I think, does that not look golden brown to you? I think it's a hard colour to... That's too fancy. I don't know if like appearance and stuff is something we can change throughout. A mongoose tail. Again, I think that's a little bit too fancy for human Feyre, but also like I think that's proper Fae. That's proper Elven. That's like the bad bitch that rocks up who's been like in wars for hundreds of years, who knows how to do a ponytail. That's Elaine. That's just Elaine. Well, no, not the layer buns, but the kind of twist. Ooh. I think that's kind of more Nesta, but like Nesta, the before times Nesta, you know? That's cute. But it's not Feyre. God, I wish Red Dead Online had this kind of option. See, I think that's, I don't know, it kind of looks like a wig at the front. It doesn't look real. Oh, I do like that. Oh, is it too fancy though? Like if you were fighting a Middengard worm, would you have time to do these fancy braids and have these bits of down hair that would get in your way? I just don't think so. Oh, that's Tauriel if ever I saw her, and I might have to change the face because of that. Can I not customize her face more? I thought I'd be able to. Right, okay, so it's either going to be that, but it's not though. It's that first one, honestly. It's that. It's that because that's the hair of someone who's been going through the woods and she's got a little bit, like, she hasn't pulled those bits out. They've come out on her own. I'm going to have a look at the golden browns. Oh, we could do darker. I definitely don't think it's the lighter ones. I do quite like the darker one, you know. And we could always just whack some like goldeny highlights in it. Yeah, I like that. I think that's so Feyre, isn't it? Where are the highlights at? Oh, down the sides. Oh, okay. Yeah. Why is one side like super highlighted and the other side isn't? I think yeah. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I like it. Oh, I like it. I really like it. I like it. I'm excited. She's not grey. She ain't no grey. She ain't no grey. She's like 18 or something. Okay. So, I really can't... No, I think that's it. But, like, it's still not completely right. Can I not do like The Sims where I can change like nose and jaw and stuff? Right, okay, so I just have to go with this. There isn't a way to have like sliders and stuff. But I think this is pretty good. Hey, pretty good. This is her. This is Faerun. This is Faerun, darling. This is our Faerun, darling. Oh, I've not done something. Enter character name. Should we call her Faerun, darling? Well, she wouldn't be Faerun, darling. See, I'm not even being accurate with what I'm saying. Is she Faerun, darling in the first book? She's Faerun, darling. Like, first three books. But then, like, she's human Faerun, so, like, first book. Do you know what? This is Faerun. Okay. Oh, wait, choose Guardian. Hang on. I don't know what that means, to be honest with you. So, the Guardian, right? I think the Guardian, because this is the thing, right? It should be Rhys's Pieces. It should be Rhys's Pieces, right? It has to be. Who else would be her Guardian? It has to be Rhys's Pieces. I just don't know what the Guardian's for and what it does. This could be a terrible idea, but we're doing Rhys's Pieces. Okay, so Guardian 1 is Rhysand, aka Rhys's Pieces. Now, Rhysand is High Lord of the Night Court, and wait. Hang on. Oh, I've changed my mind, by the way. It's not Rhys's Pieces. No, it's not Rhys's Pieces. It's not. It's the Surreal, right? Because I said I wanted it to be slightly unhinged, and I'm kind of like, there's going to be love interests and stuff in this game. I know there is, and I don't want Rhys's Pieces over our shoulder like, Faerun, darling. What the fuck? Faerun, I'm your mate, darling. Faerun, darling Faerun. So I think we could get into some mishaps with the Surreal, and the Surreal never steered us wrong. So, yeah. Okay, so the Surreal. In a court of thorns and roses, the Surreal prowls through the groves of the western woods. It's a very mysterious creature, and not much is known about the Surreal, except maybe their weakness for freshly slaughtered chicken. Seriously, my boy would love the Colonel. The Surreal is said to be older than Prythian itself. It cannot lie, and it is not affiliated to any court. It also appears to be some sort of a KFC-loving oracle. It literally knows everything about everything. Faerun, darling, ends up capturing a Surreal using a dead chicken and a snare, and ends up kind of bonding with this strange creature. She shows it kindness when others would not. The only thing is what race is the Surreal? What would he be? Is the Surreal a he? Do we even know? Dried bones and milky eyes. Tall, skeletal, draped in dark robes with bone-like features, a lipless mouth, and milky white eyes. Stay with the High Lord. And especially because it's human Faerun, right? So I'm literally going to be going off of appearances here because I don't know. We could make him a half-elf. The thing is, he's tall. We can't make him... What's a drow? So for those of you, right, I will put pictures on the screen. For those of you who have never read this series and you're just here for the fun of it, to show you what things look like. So his age is older than the bones of this world. Male, milky white, no hair. A face that looked like it had been crafted from dried, weather-worn bone, its skin either forgotten or discarded. A lipless mouth and 2 long teeth held by blackened gums, slitted holes for nostrils and eyes. Eyes that were nothing more than swirling pits of milky white, the white of death, the white of sickness, the white of clean-picked corpses. Peeking above the ragged neck of its dark robes was a body of veins and bones, as dried and solid and horrific as the texture of its face. If I look at fan art of the Surreal, and we'll base it on that. Yeah, this, can you see that? This is what keeps coming up. This is the Surreal. So I suppose we could still make him an elf or a half-elf, but I do want to look more mystical, and I think a drow looks mystical. Let's do that. Oh, what does this mean? Can it tell me what this stuff... Wait. I could do it on this one. Oh, no. No! What have I done now?
Until we've been formally introduced. Who are you? My name's Astarion. and I've spent a century stalking the night, hunting for pretty morsels just like you. No more.
I think I've broken it.
The Tadpole's influence broke his
We're just gonna
dominance
have to
over me,
ignore everything
and
this
now
man is
I
saying.
can finally pursue the one thing I've hungered for these long,
Drow.
dark
Hush.
years. Revenge. I'm going back to Baldur's Gate to track Cazador down in his
So I
lab.
don't. Oh, I don't know. I
I'll
don't
be the
know.
last thing the bastard ever sees.
Oh my god, please can you shut up? Please can you stop talking? I don't know if this is ruining anything. Something's... I think I've broken it. I think I've broken it. It says that the Lolthswan drow is completely pureblood or something like that, and it says that the Seldarin drow has at least one ancestor that is not drow. I don't know, not pureblood. That's what we're doing. We're going Seldarin drow. We're going to hope we haven't completely messed up our second character. It's going to be... We're going to get him as skinny as we can.
Remarkable.
Good luck.
Sure, that's the Serial's voice. That'll do. I'm really cautious as well. Like, I don't want to pick something that's going to interfere with, like, the appearance of the second character where they've got the same face. I could just make him real old, though. I'm going to do that one. That's fine. Can I zoom back in? Thank you. So if we go from the artwork, it's literally like grey black, like a grey, like, but it's very shiny though. I wonder if we can turn the shine down. I'm gonna go that. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest with you. It just looks like he's got one of those clay masks on. Unless we just go, like, it genuinely looks like he's got a face mask. I need to make him real old. Oh, and try and also take the shine off of him, I guess. Jesus. Right, maturity, bro. Use so mature. Oh, yep. This is it. You've got no freckles. No one would even know. Vitiligo. He shouldn't do, right? No. Unless we do his eyes. Scarring? I mean, we could just for fun. With like the weathered bones and everything. Give him a bit of pizzazz. I think I am going to give him a scar just because I think that's fun. I'm going to be whimsical. I don't think I'm going to be able to get his eyes like actually milky white though, am I? So we're just going to do white and he's going to have pupils. No, he won't have tats. Ooh, we can see if any eye makeup makes him look more, or it just kind of makes him look delightful and full of pizzazz, doesn't it? Looks like he could be like a member of Kiss. Yeah. It kind of looks cool though, right? No? I don't know. I wish I could take off the gloss on his face. I wonder if I can do like... if I pick one of these. Make his lips like the color of his face, maybe? I don't think this is helping me in any way. We could do like a real jazzy cereal. Why not? Like, who do we think we are? I don't know. Right. You're bald, bro. You're so bald. I need not a hair on this head yet. Beautiful. That is our cereal if ever I saw one. No, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I think we should maybe pick a hair color just in case he starts to grow hair. And I want it to be the same color as the rest of him, to be honest. I would like him to be grey, yes. By the river. I'm going to be singing this song for forever. Please tell me it's kept it. Oh, thank God. This is my surreal. I'm gonna have to go back to my if I do all of this and then it doesn't work, hot damn. Do you like my mug? Just for this occasion. The second one, right? I wanted it to be a bit more villainous, right? I thought, hey, Faerun's gonna be the good one. And I didn't want two characters that would kind of always make the same choice. I wanted it to be like never was there a greater hive of scum and villainy kind of thing. So the three choices I have are Tamlin, Lucian, and Eris. And I kind of really want a ginger in there because, you know. So out of my two ginger boys, it's Eris and Lucian, but I feel like Lucian would make a lot of the same decisions that Faerun would, and he would always agree with what she wants. I feel like Eris would be a bit more combative, and also like I can't do Rhys's pieces, like I said, because I know that there's romance, and I don't even know if the characters can romance each other, but I don't want that, you know? And I don't want him to be stood over our shoulder like, Faerun, darling, I have to murder an entire camp now because you've pissed me off with your delicious breasts. Okay, so I think I want to do Eris. I don't know who Eris's guardian would be. He has like literally no friends. But I might make it one of the Bat Boys, just so we can have one of them. I might do that. Even though it doesn't make sense. But I might do that. Yeah. Okay, thanks. Thanks for your opinions. I'm really hoping that we can do some lives of these at some point. Okay, so character 2, my maybe evil, maybe not so evil, beautiful ginger king, Eris Van Serra. Eris is the eldest son of High Lord of the Autumn Court, Beren Van Serra, and is one of 7 siblings. Seriously, Autumn Court must be kind of boring because Beren has been busy. Eris is at least 500 years old. He is heir to the Autumn Court, and he is also general of the Autumn Court's forces and very proficient in fire magic. He also owns 12 smoke hounds, and we love a man who loves animals. At one point, Eris captures Faerun. However, he doesn't really try very hard to keep her subdued, and she subsequently escapes. He eventually allies himself to the Night Court and gains their support in overthrowing his father and taking the Autumn Court throne. Even though he does terrible things and seems evil, there's always a big question mark above Eris's head over whether the cruelty and sadism that he displays are real, or whether they're just a very well-made mask to ensure his safety in a very cutthroat court full of murderers and backstabbers. Oh, okay, let me find Eris then, because I don't think Eris would be super broad. Oh God, there's so much fan art of Eris, but like, it's so different. So I'm just going to go to the wiki and I'm going to see what his description is. Sorry, I can see my fringe and it's really annoying me. So I'm just really hoping that in the next book that comes out, it doesn't just completely like, am I going to regret this? Depending on what he does. I think Eris is, we're going to like Eris in the next book. He is described as having red hair, amber eyes and pale skin. It's implied his hair is long because when he met the Inner Circle and Kia in the Hewn City, Faerun notes it was left unbound and describes it as a silken drape over his well-tailored cobalt jacket. Eris projects an air of arrogance and entitlement and can be antagonistic and violent at times. However, from the things he says and hints, it seems there are deeper layers that reflect compassion, caring, and kindness. It's implied his ruthlessness is a byproduct of growing up under his father's cruelty, as well as having to constantly contend with his scheming younger brothers to avoid being betrayed and murdered by them. Like Rhys's pieces, Eris appears to play act to achieve his goals. He definitely has long hair. Everybody else can shut up. Okay, so it didn't say about him like his body type there, but I don't think he's particularly broad. Or is that going to be not broad enough? No, because I think that's going to be more of a bat boy. A bat boy. Okay. And okay, we're nearly there. He's an elf. He's an absolute elf if ever I saw one. He's like the epitome of elf. Subrace, high elf, absolutely. And it's a firebolt. Heck yeah. For anyone that doesn't know, Eris's power is fire. So that's very good for us. What is a cantrip? You may change your cantrip by selecting another one. Oh no, so is this us? No, yeah, he's absolutely fire. It wouldn't even be Yeah, he just hurls fire around. Okay. Vicious Mockery. That is very Air. So he's not a barbarian. He's absolutely not a barbarian. He would be, I don't know what we can, what's the word? Like elegant and arrogant, poised, a good speaker. Like he takes the piss out of Cassian, right? Or is that in the fanfic I read? I don't know, to be honest. But Vicious Mockery is good. Oh, what have I done? Cleric. He's not a cleric. Oh, look at those leaves. Like that. Like that. But it's not him, though. That's not him. 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 I'm literally looking at the clothes and I'm like, oh, what would Eris wear? I kind of almost want to make him a sorcerer just because I think that that would be the most Eris out of all of the acid splash. So what was the other one? A bard. The outfit's hideous though. No, I'm gonna make him a sorcerer. God, this might be wrong. I'm so sorry for anyone that knows more than me about all of this stuff. Let me see if there's anything about his kind of fighting prowess. He's got to be reasonably proficient, right? Because he's one of 7 siblings or has 7 younger brothers, and they all basically kill each other to be the one and only heir of the Autumn Court. So he's sneaky and he's clever, and I think he's got to, and he's cruel and he's ruthless. Like, he's got to have some proficiency with fighting. Like, he's not as good as the Bat Boys, but like, he's got to have some stuff. I think that's very Eris. What have we got here? Prevent the target from healing until your next turn. The target cannot help downed characters. That's quite good. I'm just trying to think of things that seem like ruthless and a bit nasty. And if things are fire related, then that's even better. Yeah, that as well. That's like gaining an advantage. That seems very Eris-y. So I want to do that. Yeah, I'm going to keep that one. He's not going to be friends with anyone. Dancing Light. Would we have 2 of the same thing though? Doubt it. No, he's not going to have anything to do with Frost. Yeah, oh wait. Ooh. I'm going to change that for that. Okay. Goodness. Choose the spells you know from the list below. Spells require spell slots. Okay. That one looks like fire. Yep. And this one is going to be charm. No. Disguise self. Oh, I read a fanfic. I read a really good fanfic where that could be a thing. We could have that. See, I think maybe gain dash immediately, bonus action, because I do feel like Eris is the kind of person where he would absolutely run away. Like if it wasn't going his way, he wouldn't be heroic and stay, you know. He'd be like, no, I'm out of here. Triple, see, if that was for him, because Eris can winnow, right? Can he? Again, I'm confusing fan fiction with actually what's been written. I'm going to do expeditious retreat so that he can leave. Subclass. Jesus. I don't know how long this edit's going to be, but I've been here for an hour. I'm over an hour and I'm just looking at this in surreal on that screen. Did I get to name him or didn't I? I'm not sure. Shadow magic. Oh my god. Oh my good god. I wonder who would have that. Storm sorcery. Tempestuous magic, tides of chaos, and wild magic. Okay. So I think it's going to be storm sorcery or wild magic because I think with it being fire, it's a very chaotic power. And I'm trying to decide, honestly, I'm looking at what he's wearing. And I'm like, he wore a cobalt. Wait, is cobalt blue? I think I'm going to pick storm sorcery based on the fact that I like the outfit more for him. Like, I know that you'd think red and fire, but I just don't think that looks very Eris. Right, background. No, not acolyte. Expert in manipulation, prone to exaggeration, bending the truth and turning allies against each other, potentially. Criminal. I mean, because it's deception and stealth, again, maybe. Entertainer, no. Folk hero, no. No. Noble. Absolutely, yeah, it's got to be, right? It's got to be. If anybody was like the noblest of noble assholes, it would be Eris. Yeah, nah, he's a noble boy. Abilities. Okay. I understand a bit more now, I think, how to do this. Every 2 points above 10 in an ability will provide a +1 bonus to related rolls. I've never played Dungeons & Dragons before. I know, shocking. So we'll see how this goes. I think maybe we might leave it as it is because I really don't want to like mess with it if it's going to affect the way that it plays. If I'm like, oh, well, the character would be more like this, but then it makes them unplayable and they can't actually do what they need to do. So I think I'm going to leave that. Yeah, deception's good. Lie and cheat, manipulate. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Right, appearance. Forever. Yeah, we've already picked that one. Can we zoom him out a bit? Okay.
Where to next?
What was that? Hells, something just woke up down here.
Be wary.
It's opened. I want. There's magic keeping this chest sealed.
Where to? What was that? Hells, something just woke up down here.
No.
Be wary.
I think...
Where to next?
Hells, something just woke up down here. It's opened. I
Yeah.
wonder what's back there.
Yeah, that's got to be it, right? And Eris, I don't know, man. Like, what face did we give the Suriel? I'm just trying to... Again, like, there's not very many options. You know? Ooh. That's interesting, though. And again, like, how old do we think he would look? Because again, like, nobody's looking old out here. Is that going to be too basic? Is that going to be too basic for our boy? See, I don't know. He looks like too much of a warrior and, like, he looks kind of too badass to be Eris. I'm really annoyed that there's no sliders. That's what Baldur's Gate needs. I don't know. I think his skin tone would be warmer than what's her face. Favorite. But he is a Jinner, though. He is a Jinner, and, you know, we're not known to particularly do well in the sun, so... I think I might do him as that, because I think he would just have more colour to him than... This song as well, it really sounds like, ready or not, here I come, I'm gonna find you. There's a bit of it that sounds like that, and it's... Maturity... I think he would be a bit more mature than Faerun, but like not a lot. We could give him a few freckles because he's a ginger. That ba 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 ba. Ready or not, here I come. Does it not? Is that? I need to put that in your head because it's in my head and I need to bother you. Eris doesn't have any scars, does he? I mean, there is a really cool fan art of him, though, where someone's given him tattoos like this. Can you see this? I can't believe I'm showing you this on my phone. I might just have to put these on the screen. I'm really excited for his long, luscious ginger hair. That's the bit I'm most excited for. But we could give him, but I think they're all face tattoos, right? I feel like every time I look at fan art, so many of them are just like Henry Cavill with different coloured hair. Oh, it's a shame we couldn't do Lucian actually with the scars and everything. Because it is cool, but like he's just a pretty boy. We know that. Oh God. Right. Everyone close your eyes. I'm gonna have to do Eris Van Sarah's wingspan. It wobbles. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to blur this for you, but like it wobbles. It wobbles. This man would be hairless. That's what I can tell you. That's all I could tell you about his penis, is that it would be hairless. What's changing between those two? I need to zoom in and I can't. Look, man, I might just have to give him the default peen because I'm not sure what changes between that one and that one. It's just a little wobbler. It's just a little wobbler. Blub, 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 blub. Okay, yeah, it's a good peen. Right, he has amber eyes. Yeah, I like those ones. Yeah. Beautiful. Tattoo. I'm just playing with fire here, just seeing if there's anything that I feel like would be heresy. Flowers. Depends what flowers they are, because like Eris, it would be autumn flowers. I don't think he'd have anything too much because he'd be like, oh, my beautiful face. I might give him these little flowers, although maybe that would be... Screw it, I'm doing it, and you can't stop me. I mean... Oh, it's not doing anything. I do potentially think that he might... Like, Eris absolutely might wear eyeliner. But his eyeliner would, like, he'd want it to match, you know. He'd want it to match those beautiful amber eyes of his. Why is this not changing? It's still just black. I want to do his hair before I do his lips because I want the lips to match the hair. And I do actually think that this is pretty good for the hair. He definitely has long hair. I'll tell you what, let's work out what ginger we're having first. Like, would it be more orange or red of a ginger? Like, what are these? Like, these, like, what are these? Like, I would be none of them. I don't like any of them. There's some sort of weird ass highlight going on here that I need to get rid of. Let's just get rid of the highlight. Come on now. Play the game. I want like a beautiful ginger hair. Oh my goodness. Like, because I'm kind of, this is more like Rain from the Serpents and Wings of Night. Like the kind of brown red, but the brown red kind of works. Because I feel like the gingers are not gingering. Like at all. Like that's not, these aren't gingers. They're just not. That is not a ginger man. And these are like very orange. I'm just trying to decide whether we lean into it. Because we could always do... I tell you what if we go for one of these? And then we have one of those as like a highlight. Wait. It might have to be more of like a red hair than a orangey hair, which I'm really annoyed about. I was so excited to make like a ginger king. And I just don't feel like these are gingering at all. Like I don't feel like I could make my own hair colour, if I'm honest. And I think it's going to have to be like that. See what I mean? It's not what I wanted. I wanted this. I wanted this. I wanted this. And I don't seem to be able to make this. Part of me does feel like his hair would be very straight. Oh, It might be that. It might be a Legolas. I think that's the one. I think that's it. I think he's so put together. These look better though. Like the colors look brighter. I don't know what gingers they've met to create these ginger hairs, but they are not it. They are not it at all. And I would like to start a petition to change those. I think we're gonna go for one of the oranges then, maybe. I think maybe the darkest one. And then we're gonna do some little highlights in it. Maybe put some red through it. So he's a more fire, you know. That, I think that's it. I think that's the one. He's not graying at all. And then we need to do his lips. No, I think that was right. I think what they had was correct. Yeah, I think that's our boy. I think this is an Eris Van Serra. I do. I do. God, I might have just spent so long doing this and it might not work at all. Right. This is so interesting because what do we do for Eris? Now, I have 3 options in my head. The first is Lucian, but that doesn't really make sense. It's kind of the other way around if you think about it. The other 2 options are Azriel and Nesta. And I'm kind of tempted to do Nesta just because, like I said, I want a hive of scum and villainy, and I feel like she has more villainous attributes than Azriel, you know? But then Azriel could be more, but I can't give him wings. I think I'm going to do Nesta. And this is interesting. Which Nesta should we do? Oh, who else would be Eris's guardian? One of his hounds? There's literally nobody in Eris's life that cares about him other than potentially his mother, but we don't really know. So I think, but it just doesn't make sense to me to do Nesta and make her a elf and Faerun a human. So I think if I did her, I'd have to make a human, but then that wouldn't make sense. So I think I'm gonna have to do Azriel, which isn't a bad thing, but there will be something that annoys you. Okay, here we go. Our final creation, and arguably my most favorite of the 3 Bat Boys, Azriel. Last name pending. So Azriel belongs to a warrior race of Fae called the Illyrians, and they chill in the northern territory of the Night Court. They usually grow up in war camps, and everybody thinks that they're nasty, violent, and generally less intelligent. They aren't actually high Fae, they have rounded ears, and they have huge wings, hence the Bat Boys. Now, our fair Azriel is 538 at the time of his introduction, and he is the spy master and shadow singer of the Night Court. He's super powerful, one of the most powerful Illyrians in Prythian's history, so much so that he has 7 siphons, magical glowing rocks, to store his magic in. He's mint with a sword and combat in general. He can feel things that others can't, courtesy of his magical shadow singer powers, and he can merge into his shadows and move through them. He also has this badass magical knife called Truth Teller, and huge fucking wings. He's the bastard son of an Illyrian lord, abused through his childhood. When he was 8, his 2 half-brothers set his hands on fire with hot oil, leaving him permanently scarred. Eventually, he was dumped into an Illyrian training camp where he met the other Bat Boys, Reese's Pieces and Cassian, and the 3 became besties and also just super powerful, like, don't mess with us kind of trio. He's the resident torturer guy of the Night Court. He's super mysterious, keeps to the shadows, and is very guarded. But he is also very loyal and gentle underneath. He's just a very fun and interesting character with massive wings. Just an aside at this point for anybody that doesn't know, in ACOTAR it's often joked about that the wingspan of a male is directly related to the size of their, you know, their stuff. So yeah, Azriel's definitely the Fae version of an albatross. They have the largest wingspan, by the way. I could wait. Is he? Would Azrael be a half? Like, would we make him a half elf? Because they're different. Him and Cassian are different. I might do just for fun. So it seems like the half elves have less magic, right? Which wouldn't make sense. Would not make sense for Azrael. So I'm just gonna make him an elf then. And I'm gonna make him a wood elf. And I'm gonna make him broad because he'd absolutely be broader than Eris.
Remarkable.
Good luck.
Fair enough. And right, so this is an issue for me, right? Because I feel like the race of the Bat Boys has changed throughout the books. Do you know what I'm getting at? Like when we first meet Rhysand and he's all super pale and then gradually through the books, his skin starts to change colour. Okay, I just want to pause quickly here because as I was watching this back in the edit, I realised what I was trying to say maybe wasn't super clear. I mean, it was clear to me, and if you've read the books, it's probably clear to you as well. But if not, I just want to take a second to address the very golden elephant in the room because I really don't want to be misconstrued. If you haven't read these books or if you aren't deep in the fandom trenches, you might not know that the skin tone of the Illyrians, that's Rhysand, Cassian and Azrael, is a point of contention. You see, the text is pretty inconsistent. When we first meet Rhysand, he's described as pale and alabaster, but as the series goes on, he and the other Bat Boys are suddenly described as golden, tan, golden brown. You get the kind of descriptors. This has created some discourse. Many fans feel that this ambiguity was a way to retroactively add diversity without fully committing to it, sort of having one foot in and one foot out. One of the criticisms is that whilst the white characters are explicitly white a lot of the time, the Bat Boys are left vague enough so that they could be people of colour, but they don't have to be if the reader doesn't want them to be. It puts adapters like me and like fan artists and anybody else that designs or creates an Azrael in a very tough spot. So just so we are clear, what is about to happen is that I am going to find a fan art of Azrael and I'm going to base him on that. And at the time of playing this, I did this on purpose because I was worried. I was worried about creating an Azrael and I didn't know what people would want and what they would expect. And I thought, hey, if I base him off an already existing picture, then that felt safer. And you see the issue with this, with the ambiguity, with the representation. So if you do picture him differently based on the text, then that is completely valid because the book doesn't exactly make it easy for us. And I would just say if there are any conversations happening about it, please keep it civil. Thank you. Right, now that we've navigated the geopolitical minefield of Illyrian genetics, let's find this man some emo hair. One thing that will annoy you about Azrael that I do is that I always pictured him with longer hair and that's just who he is to me. He doesn't have short hair and I'm sorry, he doesn't have short hair and I don't know why. It's obviously something that I missed when I started reading the books. He doesn't have like the longer hair, but anyway. Okay. I'm going to take this picture. I'm pretty sure, did Faerun not describe him as the most beautiful male that she's ever seen? And then she was like, but your boss, prefer him. Classically beautiful, tall, with dark hair, golden brown skin, and massive Illyrian wings. His eyes are hazel and the planes of his face are elegant. His Illyrian training is described to have shaped his body to be extremely powerful and muscular. He has scars on both hands, which I don't think I'm going to be able to do. Constantly surrounded by shadows, as if even the light shied from him. I think that's a reasonable, right? I don't think he would have freckles. He has scars, but like not on his face. And his eyes are hazel. I don't feel like any of those are hazel, but sure. He's not just he's described as having tattoos. I don't know. Should we put some eyeliner on him as well, just for funsies? Let's do it. Right. So this is where I'm going to upset you because I'm pretty sure in all the fan art, he has like It would be more like that, right? And it's just not it for me. It's just not it for me. It's not. I'm sorry to disappoint. But I'm probably already disappointed with this rendition because there's just not many options that I have. I always saw him as like, his hair would almost be like chin length, maybe down to his shoulders. And a little bit, like not super neat, but not as messy as Cassian's. Like that would be ideal if it wasn't tied back. I've never pictured him having tied back hair. It's so cute that he's Eris's guardian though. This is just delving right into the crack ships, isn't it? Like it would kind of be like that, but that looks like Lord Farquaad, right? This is hard. God. I still just don't feel like, I don't know. I don't feel like there's a good representation for Asriel, to be honest. Go back to the top. Make him bold like the Suriel. We could just make, I don't know, we could just do him completely different if we're not getting what we want. That's more like Rune, isn't it? From Crescent City. This is really hard to get the hair. I could just give him the stupid hair that he's meant to have, I guess. Where was the one where I said it would be that one but not tied back? Because I might... No, that's it. That's it. That's what I'm keeping. And his hair would be black, right? Dark hair, but I picture him with black hair. No highlights, nothing. It would just be that. So I can't name my guardians, but my guardians are the Suriel and they are Asriel. Wait. Stop there. This episode has already reached maximum length, so unfortunately, I am going to have to make you wait to see how our brave adventurers fare in the land of Baldur's Gate 3. But in the meantime, I do have plenty of other stuff you can be watching. Have you seen Cabernet yet? You should really, really go and watch that if you haven't. As always, leave us a like and a sub if you can, because it massively helps the channel. And I think for today, and from me, Feyre, Eris, the Suriel, and Asriel, that's it.